Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. My name is Storiko, but you also can call me Victoria. It's completely up to you. Today's video is gonna be quite personal topic. That's how to say. We need to talk about it. We must have to talk about it because I'm not saying that I'm quite tired and sad and I'm hurt, but we need to speak about this topic. In otherwise I will be super duper sad. People expecting me to be tolerant, but when it's time to sort of understand my situation, some people forgetting about the tolerance at all. And today I will see my nose because I'm quite nervous. It's the topic that I'm always trying to avoid, and only when I'm speaking about it, it actually helps me to accept this sort of dark part of me, which is a little sad and painful, but what can I do? I'm smiling because I'm nervous, not because I'm happy. Okay, so now seriously, we need to speak about medical stuttering. And the only reason that's helped me to accept this fact loudly and speak about it, that I was always saying, hello, my name is Victoria and I'm stuttering. Legit. That's how I was introducing myself straight away, to not make people to legit notice that in my speech, and then feeling kind of confused because I see people's face, people's reaction, the way how they looking confused the moment when I'm stuttering, and I'm like, oh shit, if I won't say that, if I won't tell them, they will realize, and it's gonna be quite sad, and then it feels like I will need to explain myself, like how comes, what's Richard, how comes. According to Google, more scientific way to explain it, basically medical stuttering is also called as like a stammering or childhood onset fluency disorder. So stuttering, it's a speaking disorder. It's a speech disorder that involves frequent and significant problems with normal fluency and flow of speech. In a simple English language, in a simple human language, in the society level, I'm f***ed. Legit, I'm f***ed. Why? Because it's embarrassing. It's super embarrassing, the moment when you're stuttering, the moment when everyone is normal, everyone's speaking properly. Yeah, when you're nervous, when you sort of get scared, or when your adrenaline is on such a high level, so sometimes your speech can be a little frosty, like how, I don't know how to say that, but you start in a little stuttering, but it's not the same as a disorder, because this is like a short moments when you can stutter and no one notice that, or you don't notice. It's just like some moments. But with a disorder, you live with that. There is no any kind of magical cure, or how it goes. There is basically, so far, as long as I know, there is no any kind of magical tablet or therapy moments when you can literally solve this problem and speak like normal people. it's painful sometimes. For me, it's painful to speak because when you're stuttering, your jaw feels kind of intense and muscles under the pressure, and it's painful as well. It's awkward. In my case, I'm stuttering on specific letters, like let's say my enemy letters is B, T, B, V. Yes, V, like Victoria. Whenever people asking my name, I want to say, yeah. I legit want to say, please don't ask my name, just name me as you wish. I won't tell you my name, because whenever I need to say my name, it's time to embarrass myself because I'm stuttering on my name. Like, instead of just saying properly Victoria, I can say Victoria, something like that. Very awkward because people can notice that, and I don't want it. I don't want them to notice that. I don't want them to have even an inch of thoughts that something is wrong with this girl, but I don't know exactly what, but let me watch her and then, right, she's stuttering. Some people even don't know what is the stuttering actually, and then I need to explain them something that I can explain, something that I don't want to even explain, because I don't want to know that as well. I want to be like you, who doesn't know what the stuttering is. According to my mom's words, when I was asking her many times, like, how comes that I'm stuttering, she was always saying that, actually let me check the word because I'm not sure how it calls in English, that therapist for the kids, therapist for like in school sometimes. In Russian it calls logoped. Okay, it's called speech therapist. Honestly saying, they didn't help me because, as you can see, I'm still suffering with this. Yes. My mom said that since I learned to speak, what she says, maybe at 2 years old. Basically, I was born with that. Apparently, I was born with the stuttering. As soon as I started learning speaking, more or less, basically having the signs that I have a stuttering. And then my mom took me to the speech therapist. I'm from Estonia. I was learning 2 languages at the same time. And my therapist says that apparently when she think in Estonian but she's speaking in Russian, and the opposite when she's speaking in Estonian and then she's thinking in Russian, these 2 things doesn't connect, and it's sort of confusing my speaking machine, let's say. My muscles is basically it's very funny muscle because it's sort of opening and closing like that, and when you're saying the word E, it's like vibrating like that. I mean, it's funny. So apparently when I'm stuttering, the proportion of oxygen is sort of going out of the system, and that's how I'm stuttering as well. This is what I was reading, the way how stuttering works, but according to my speech therapist, it's because of the language issue. This is the only reason that I so far make some kind of logic in my brain, because no one scared me, right? No one scared me. This is that stereotype that freaks me out and literally wants me to punch the people's faces. I didn't notice that here in London, but it was mostly in Estonia when I was saying that, hey, I'm stuttering. They're like, oh, so someone scared you, right? Oh, you got scared, right. And I'm like, no one scared me. no one did something like that that made me stutter. Maybe with someone, but not with me. No one scared me. Just because I'm stuttering, it doesn't mean that someone scared me straight away. It doesn't work like that. Constantly, it doesn't work like that. Same as when people losing the hair, it's not because they're stressed. This can be many million thousand reasons why they can lose the hair. Think outside the box sometimes. This is my life advice, people. Is it traumatizing? Hell yes, it's very traumatizing. I was embarrassed to speak with people. I was embarrassed to speak with anyone because I just knew I was already making the conclusion that I will fail when I will speak with the people. Like, you know, sometimes if you're not A-level student and you are just decent student, or you know that you can suck in maths, that people can bully you, how comes that you don't know maths or physics or something like that, and when you come into the new society of people and you just know that okay, I suck in it, and they will know that. Plus my dad sometimes the sort of correct me. I even don't know how to say that politely. Basically sometimes he was trying to correct me to say, let's say I did a stuttering moment on a word, and then he was repeating my stutter and then say, don't say this, say it properly. Like, I don't know, if I will say, don't know, if I will stutter on a word, teriyaki, legit, see, I did a stutter. This is another trauma that sometimes I do facial weirdness, because sometimes my stutter is like that. I can take out the tongue somehow, and this is very embarrassing for me. So I'm sort of grateful that we're wearing the mask, so it's kind of saving me up from the embarrassment. Even right now I feel super embarrassed and physically I wanna cry, but I'm not going to. No, I'm a strong girl. Anyway, yeah, if I will say this, then he will he will copy my stutter and say not the teriyaki, but say like properly. And I never liked that, to be honest. I was very embarrassed at the times, because I never liked stuttering. Of course, it's not that I'm doing on purpose, it's just something that happening unconsciously. Right now I can feel that, so I'm trying to chill down myself and kind of take the breath and maybe find another word that kind of can be similar that I want to say but I can't say because of the stutter. But my dad, he never understood that I'm already in pain, so even though you tried to help me out, maybe it's not like he tried to bully me or embarrass me, but he never thought that it can hurt me even more. So I never liked that, so I was always like leaving the room when he was doing that, because it's not nice. So advice for you guys who wants to have a kid, and if your kid will have a stuttering, it's alright. Just don't copy that stuttering and then say like you did wrong by your stuttering, and you say it properly. Like, it's just ouch, especially if your kid will have this sensitive mental like mine. The only thing that I'm very grateful is that no one bullied me for stuttering. People, my friends, were mostly making the jokes that I'm sort of like a DJ or something like that, so which I'm very grateful for. The only bully that I know, it's myself. I was very harsh on myself in this topic. The most funny, I think, fun facts is that, as I was mentioning, I can feel the stutter. I maybe I got so used to of my stutter, so I sort of starting feeling the preparation of the stutter, how it will pop up on the way. Like sometimes there are the words that I can say properly in most of the cases, like barista. See, right now I took a small pause and breath and just try to maybe pray for some moment to say properly barista. Most of the times on this word I was stuttering, and I was working as a barista in Starbucks. And when I was learning to be as a supervisor, then I said something to my colleague who was a barista. For me, it was very difficult to say word barista. Right now I can say that because sometimes I need to stutter once, but then after I can say that word properly. This is very weird in my stutter. Feels like I need to stutter to sort of show people that I'm stuttering, and then I can say that word properly, like on easy, like I don't have a stutter. Weird, I know. I don't know how it works, but my stutter is very unique apparently. Instead of saying word barista, I was saying normies. I know it might be rude. I know that it's not the best alternative word for a barista. Sometimes I'm saying just a bar person, just to easy my life. And well, he's not my friend, but my colleague, he knew that I'm stuttering. He saw that as well. He heard that. Everyone at work knew that I'm stuttering. It's just impossible to notice, okay? You need to be blind and deaf. I don't remember the word by word, and I said normie, and he got offended. I know that this is not the best word of saying alternative for barista, but I guess in my case it can be forgivable. It's not like I made it on purpose to offend the person or something, or show him how high I am and how low he is, that so he got sort of offended, and I was sad, to be honest, because sometimes he doesn't filtrate his mind as well. It's not like he does it on purpose to offend someone, it's just his type of personality. And I understand we are not perfect, we cannot be angels or etc. We have a bad sides as well, but at that moment he said something rude, and I was like, okay, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, you know I'm stuttering. It's just like the only quick alternative word that I've found, just to not to lose the scent of our topic. Yeah, sometimes people don't understand that, and I notice that people don't take it serious that people stuttering. For them it's like, oh, you got scared or something else. So people don't think that this is a disorder. My lifetime I met maybe 2-3 people who are stuttering. Especially I was working with many peoples, with many customers. Came from the other country, and now I'm in London, so I met lots of people, alright? So it's not something common, but it doesn't mean that it's not that valuable, or it's something simple, something that doesn't require respect as well, and understanding. And this video is legit about, please consider people with the speaking disorder is the same disorder as like mental or physical or anything. It's not exactly as a disability. Like I'm not getting any a level of disability, etc., like some kind of document paper, etc., but it sort of can like sound, call me dramatic queen, but it can be like sort of disability, because I can't speak properly with the people. Sometimes some words I'm avoiding, and it feels like I don't know English, even though I know English fluently. For me, it's difficult to speak in Estonian language because it has loads of those hard words like P, T, V, B, etc. Like I'm stuttering mostly on these words, like soft letters like A, O, U, M, not that much really. Sometimes right now I'm speaking not like very slow, but enough slow to organize the oxygen that going through my speaking mechanism, etc. Plus this is what suggested my speech therapist to my mom to. He said that I should eat less milk chocolates and white chocolate because it has lots of caffeine. Because of what, I can speak very quickly, and I shouldn't speak very quickly because of that I can stutter as well, but means I will never be a rapper. Honestly, I'm sad. The only moments that I'm not stuttering is when I'm singing. In these moments I can regulate my speech, I can regulate the oxygen in my lungs, and the oxygen that goes through me. This is the only moment when I'm not stuttering and I can say any words that I'm stuttering, which making me feel normal. Again, just like a tiny message to all of you, please consider people with the speaking disorder. Maybe it's not that visible because there can be many levels, difficulty levels of this speech disorder. All that I wanted to say about speaking disorder, calling medical stuttering. I felt better. I spoke about it loudly. It helps me to accept it, even though it will take me another life, feels like, to properly accept the fact that I'm stuttering, and I've accepted that it's okay to stutter. It doesn't make me some kind of freak of society, even though it feels like that I'm a freak of this society. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for watching this video. It means truly a lot to me because this topic is still very painful, as I was mentioning many times that I was so close to cry. It's emotional. It's really emotional. Speaking about trauma, speaking about the things that make you feel like a fucking freak in this world, and it's embarrassing as well. You can like this video, yes. You can dislike this video, it's completely up to you. I'm not going to kill you. I mean, come on, you see me right now as a 2D. Leave the comments. I'm truly curious to hear your thoughts. Maybe you met someone with the stuttering, maybe you are stuttering and you can tell your experience. You can share this video with the other people just to let other people to think outside the box and sort of spread the horizons of the minor thoughts, let's say it like that, nicely and politely. And yeah, see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, truly thank you, and see you in the next video. So see you guys, bye.